Hey y'all, so I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story time before I get about this area. I am in Lake City, Florida, and I was at this Planet Fitness, you know, getting my workout in because consistency and maintaining my health out here, not trying to be lazy, is the common goal, or it's my goal for right now. And sometimes we have to be our biggest motivator. We have to be our own biggest support system, all that. So I'm at this spot and there was no towing signs. I promise it wasn't. I'm telling you, as I'm about to leave and go to Walmart, which is right across the street, why this Lake City, Florida officer come patrolling the area, about to call them tow boys on these trucks that's out here. And of course I was not. It was a couple of trucks that were already parked out there, and I had been out there for like maybe 2 hours ish. And I'm thinking like, no, you know, I'm about to go to Walmart and there's no towing signs. And he was like, you know, there is a towing sign. I'm like, where? And I didn't even go searching for it. Once I came back, he was like, well, how long you gonna be in Walmart? I was like, really cool, officer. 30 to 45. And I literally spent about 45, 50 minutes roughly. This is what I'm having for lunch, dinner. But yeah, so I was like, I ain't got no scissors. My bad, y'all. So he was like, yeah, he's gonna allow me to pretty much go to Walmart, do whatever I gotta do. And I did what I did, and then I came back, and then I hooked up, and them other trucks gonna get towed. And let me be clear, you know, I'm not laughing at these other drivers getting ready to get towed, but it was a joke to me because, like, once I left the Planet Fitness, that's when the officer had pulled up. I was getting ready to leave to Walmart, and he just showed up at the right time, or at the time that was right for me. So it was just, the whole situation is just crazy. But hopefully those other drivers, especially that flatbed driver that is loaded, that works for Cypress. It's a Creed driver. It was a Western Express, a Warner driver, and then there was one more. So, So even where I'm parked at right now, I'm close to this laundromat, and I decided that tomorrow, Sunday the 1st, I'm gonna do laundry. Because dang, my laundry is piled up. Normally when I first got on the road, I used to like pack almost 3 months worth of stuff, but now I ain't got that much stuff with me, and I just might end up grabbing a couple more things because I can't be doing laundry like this. Come on now. But I hope y'all doing great. You know, consistency is key right now, so that's why we posting today, or trying to put this video out there. Shifting gears within this vlog, we're gonna go backwards a little bit. This was a truck that filled up before me. It's very evident their tanks hold much more fuel, but hopefully they managed to get some type of discounts off this, because this is ridiculous, right? Does this or does this not make sense? Filling up as soon as you can, or filling up as you go to get to the best or most reasonable fuel stations. This is the app I use, TCS, and they're reasonable for me. It was been a very long time since I filled up my tanks, and this day it just made sense. And I think it's been literally over a year. I have 120 gallon tanks, and I just fill up as I go. Weekly average fueling is about 1,700 to 1,800 whole. And these are some updates. I'm not sure how accurate they are when it comes to national averages, but maybe this may or may not help you all. These loads here, informative purposes, do not make sense as an owner-operator. Why or how are you able to sustain your business taking loads for 95 cents per mile, for 80 cents per mile, with the price of fuel? What are you really profiting and taking home, right? Regardless of the expenses being low, the overhead being low and all that, fuel is too high. And that's why a lot of people are finding their way out of the industry because, or making their way out of the industry because they're not balancing everything properly, accordingly. Don't take these loads. Let them sit. I'm telling you, let them sit. There are many factors that go into fueling. How fast is a driver really going? I drive at night. I don't have to speed like that. Does a driver use fuel additives? My truck likes the Lucas fuel treatment, and I ride by it. When it comes to the weight, all those weights were under 30,000 pounds. I'm not pulling heavy. My averages have been between 15 to 20,000 pounds, and we cool. The tires, are the tires appropriate within these conditions, within this market time? The tread, all that. I'm telling you, so many things to consider when it comes to fueling efficiently, operating efficiently. And we in Patterson, New Jersey. The time was around 1:13 p.m. and I had to walk over here and assess the area to make sure I wasn't tripping, because it was so narrow and I didn't see like a actual truck facility. So yeah, I had parked across the street, posted up, and my appointment was at 3 p.m. Prior to this, I had delivered in Wharton, New Jersey, and this load was going to Charlotte, North Carolina. And yeah, people be coming at the most inopportune times, right? Because it was clear for a while, and they're not gonna move. So we just hope for the best and maneuvering properly. And this area where I'm going to is blind side only, and y'all gonna be able to see it in a second. Y'all know one thing I did get better at before, when I was training, when I first started driving way back when at Stevens. I always used to be so concerned of like trying to hurry up to get out of people's way. But after some time, all that goes out the window. And we come to a point to where we get in this type of focus, right? And the focus stems on only, I just got to make sure I get in the right spot, and I don't hit nothing or hit nobody. And anyone or everyone else that's in the way, they just gonna have to wait. That was the mentality I wish I had when I first started. But before, I just like, let me hurry up and get out the way. But the person across the lot was so helpful, like extremely, and literally on the forklift trying to guide me. Because it was poles on both sides, and I just couldn't hit neither one of them at all. I don't know about y'all, but baby, these inclines and declines be vicious, for real. Like stomach twisting, because luckily I was loaded with 20,196 pounds of clothing material. And the man is so funny. He was like, they print 50,000 shirts a day. Instead, they need to be printing money. I was like, you ain't lying. But they loaded me quickly. My appointment was between 3 and 4. I showed up a little bit early because the further you go into New Jersey, the more tighter some of the areas are. Some areas are amazing when like delivering right off the interstate or right off a state road. But this, I just needed to make sure I got in and got out. Gracious drivers, yes, we waited patiently for the truck to pass on by. Very appreciative. Now let's get on down the road. This day was one of those trying days. It was gloomy, muggy, cars trying to pull out in front of you as you're trying to make your way on safely to your next destination. And I think this year alone has been one of the most trying, challenging, life-testing, life-altering years for many individuals, in which I haven't seen so many accidents until this year. So, as I always say, safe travels and invest in the dash cam. It might protect you more than you even know. And we made it to Planet Fitness up in Jersey because I had a detox. I had to wash my behind, and working out makes me feel better, man. For some reason, I like pull-ups as my warm-up. They say when we look good, we feel good. So I encourage you, all right, to focus up on your health, because the older we get, our bones start to thin out. And yeah, just focus on your health. My apologies in advance. I know in this particular vlog, there's a lot of driving going on. But listen, man, I be driving a lot, for real. On this night, Wednesday the 27th, around 8:52 p.m. in Ashland, Virginia, this is what we got. Nothing but traffic. And as y'all saw on the screen, I went from New Jersey down to Charlotte, from Charlotte up to Fredericksburg, from Fredericksburg to Baltimore, and then I'm heading my way to Florida, one of the most treacherous loads I've ever experienced. And I'll further elaborate what I mean once I get to Florida. But I got loaded later than I should have, around 5 p.m., and I burnt like almost 2 hours in traffic. Terrible. My body is immune to driving at night, for those who keep asking. It's literally a preference of mine, but be mindful, for those who don't know, there are loads that force us to drive at night, especially during refrigerated loads. The times can be very inconsistent, so please do what works best for you. Finally made it to Columbia, South Carolina, and as y'all can see, the creative drivers in front of me, they all made their own parking spot, in which I do not knock them, because sometimes we have to do what we have to do to accommodate our needs when it comes to parking, because it's limited, you know. And it's the worst when we sleep in good, or we get into that state of mind where we come dreaming and somebody can wake us up. My day. The time is 3:44. We're gonna drink this and go work out. Yeah. So I like Planet Fitness because it is nationwide. I don't like it 100% because they don't have all the equipment I be looking for that other gyms have. And not all Planet Fitnesses have the same type of equipment, but it is one of my best forms of detox. And of course, it helps elevate or balance our moods when we work out. After workout, gotta eat some apples, man, or some fruit. I love fruit. And then pure cranberry juice. Yeah, iron pills help me because they just do. So the time is 3:15, and I kind of slid through the security person who was asleep at his post, legs propped up and everything, and whatever he was watching on the phone, I guess it didn't make it through the end. But I parked kind of like, I don't even think they have overnight parking, but as soon as 8 o'clock hit, or 7, I can go sign in and make my way to Orlando to go pick up this load and get up out of Florida. So hopefully no one comes wakes me up, because I could have woke him up, but I don't like to disturb people while they sleeping. He's probably tired. So yeah, hopefully no one wakes me up, because I'm about to go to sleep, and I'll pull y'all back up when I get to Orlando. Ooh, I got a story for y'all. Oh my goodness. Imagine, right? Imagine going to Florida and you thinking, you know, you about to get unloaded between 8 and 3, roughly. Jumping straight into the point, the person that I booked this load with, he never indicated that this load was a drop and hook type of setup, in which I did not find out until Friday, the day of my delivery, that I'm supposed to drop this load and do what? You know? So I'm in the midst of trying to like problem solve and what I have to do, because I have another load that I need to pick up by a certain time in Orlando that I cannot miss, because I only booked this load due to it being reasonably priced. You know, I came across the right supervisor and he assisted me in allowing me to take one of their trailers while the trailer that I have gets unloaded, but now I have to make my way back down there to pick it up, which I don't want to do because I feel like that's an inconvenience within itself. To end that part off, the operations manager did get involved, and the excuse they came back with is, you know, such and such was new. She needed to check her employee because apparently the notes were in the comment section, but he failed to relay the message because he was new. That's the excuse y'all brought up with. She was apologetic. You know, to rectify the whole situation, add more conversation on the load. But at this point, I'm like, whatever further concerns you have, anything you want to address, please direct it to my dispatcher because I'm done. I am proud of myself in how I held my composure, my demeanor. And I think a lot of it stemmed from the problem-solving solutions. Like, I'm always trying to figure out how can we fix a situation, you know? And with the supervisor that I came across and met, he definitely helped a lot, tremendously. My next load, luckily, I made it to Orlando, down to Orlando, about an hour away, and I managed to pick up my load. Trade shows pay. I'm telling you, I'm talking about like $10 over a mile, especially doing power only. But this load, I was picking up 4,000 pounds or 4,500 roughly of stage equipment. And I did not want to miss this load because, like I said before, it's challenging coming out of Florida with a reasonable rate. This rate was reasonable enough. After I got here, I realized everything did happen the way it was supposed to happen. We are never too old to get out and look, okay? My friend here was having some difficulties backing up because the room was too tight, and eventually I just took it upon myself and took initiative to just disconnect and move out the way. But I managed to have enough room because nobody else was on the other side of me. But it was tight. Oh yeah, he was very appreciative and grateful though, and y'all get to hear it in the next clip. He still has some difficulties backing up now, but again, it was tight.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, the bad news, you know, kind of like disturbed me a little bit, you know. I got a message that my engine fault, you know, and what am I going to do now?
I got you.
But I made it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm semi-retired. I'm only 81.
Only 81. Yeah. You still got life in you. That's all that matters. Thank you. Any and everyone I came across this particular day, I know for a fact I was supposed to meet this man, 81 years old, used to drive for like about 47 years. And he said the most valuable thing he's taken from his life is his friendships. Cherish those that are close to you. And he insisted on showing me his 1,096 contacts. Again, this load was about 4,500 pounds. Good morning. If you're trying to prevent dark circles, these are A1. I try to wear them either way. You know, this is the brand. The time is now 9:37 and we're still laying down because if I cannot get a solid straight 3 hours of sleep, you know, it's gonna be a while till I get up. But I want to work out today, and I decided tomorrow, Sunday the 1st, I have to take this call. I'm gonna wash my laundry, so I'll be back. What I'm gonna have for a quick breakfast, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it is strawberry, keto friendly, 15 grams of fat, 2 grams of carbs, 15 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, 200 calories. It's not clumpy, it's really smooth, and I like it. It's thick. I don't know if you like thick yogurt, but great probiotics, ladies, I'm telling you. and then I'm gonna go back to sleep because I cannot be in this bed the whole day. I'm gonna try to be up at like 12 at least, but when my body's tired, I'm gonna just lay it down, because this on in and out of sleep 2-3 hours, it ain't it. Okay. So I'll put that back up at some point. And just to get out the way, I might just do laundry today because it is close to the gym that I'm gonna go to, and that just makes sense. I might go to Walmart, get a few things to stock up on my fridge, and yeah, I'll put y'all back up myself. This is me leaving the gym. I try to work out 3 to 4 times a week, trying to get back in a consistent routine. I didn't do my laundry. I'll do it on the next one, but I did make it to Walmart, and I used to do the Ensure Max, but now I use the Premier Protein. Do what you love, love what you do, let it work best for you, stay safe. I know this was a little longer, but thank y'all for y'all support.